Hey guys, Beezus here. I'm bringing you guys another new player semi free to play starter guide for DDO. The last one got a lot of really good feedback. Thank you, everybody who gave me feedback on that video, who watched it, liked it. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. But I realized a little bit of way through that series before I even uploaded the last couple episodes, like rewatching them and seeing how I liked them before uploading them. I didn't think it was a real true player experience. I have a lot of friends who play DDO, who enjoy the game, who have been playing for just as long as I have since 2010. And when I was coming back from my break playing this new character, people wanted to play. And I played with my friends like I normally do, but I realized that that wasn't the true, authentic new player experience because my friends have a lot of past lives, like 40, 50, 60 past lives. A couple of them have Reaper wings, like most people who've been playing for a long time do now. And I realized that, I wasn't really doing much, in those videos. And it could be discouraging to new people. You just running through these Reaper quests with people, not really doing much, not hitting anything. And I even died quite a few times because it's just Reaper's difficult. Reaper's hard on a first life 28 point new player build for anybody. I don't care who you are, it's hard. And I also realized that the build that I had wasn't exactly the best for new players. It was pretty good. The build picked up around 3 or 4, and you would probably be fine after that, but as a new player coming in, if it takes you 3 to 4 levels to really get going and have to rely on a hireling to get you through those early level quests, it can really feel like a drag, and you can lose motivation to play the game. So I didn't want that to happen to people. My goal with this is to retain new players, to try to get new players, because this game is a lot of fun. I really enjoy this game. There's a lot of ways to build characters. Um, that one was pretty good. However, I want to bring you guys this build currently. I think that it's definitely better. I think it's going to be a more streamlined experience. The beginning will be easier. You probably won't have to rely on that hireling as much, the barbarian one, and excuse me, it's in my throat. You won't have to rely on that hireling, and it's going to be a more streamlined experience all the way through to endgame. So this is a good build. I also wanted to kind of bring up the wizard rogue build that people talk about. That if you look on forums or if you were to type into a Google search like best new player DDO build, a lot of people will say a wizard rogue. And the reason they say that build is because it is a caster, so it's ranged. You can heal yourself if you're a necro through negative energy spells. You have the ability to do traps, so you don't have to worry about traps really, and you get extra XP. If you take insightful reflexes, you can get your intelligence to your reflex save and get a really high reflex and have um, a high and get evasion through the 2 levels of rogue. So you have evasion for traps, you heal yourself, you're ranged because you're a caster, and you can also get a pet as a necro wizard to kind of tank things for you. So overall, it is a very good build. However, it's a caster, it is ranged, and if you're like me, I prefer melee builds. So I think Monk is a very good place to start for anybody who likes melee builds. And the reason it's safe, I'll kind of give my list of just like the Wizard Rogue, why I think Monk is good. You can get decent damage. Your melee, which is the playstyle you prefer if you're watching this video, maybe. You're going to have a decent reflex because you're going to have a decent dex, and monks also get evasion and improved evasion. And monks have decent healing, We're also going to be taking Asmir for the Asmir healing because Asmir has good healing. We'll go over my race choice in a little bit here, but I just wanted to kind of give the pros to this. So that's why I think this is a good new player starting build if you prefer melee. What I also wanted to do is kind of walk you guys through my process for building a character. You'll see that I have a kind of a template made like I did for the last build with the feats and the stats and everything, but I kind of wanted to walk you guys through my process of how I think about these things and how I build a character so that maybe you guys can get some tips and tricks of your own to give you guys a good start in building your own characters in DDO. To me, it's one of the best things about DDO is all of the various play styles that you have and just ways that you can build a character. DDO isn't a game that really has a meta, so to speak. It kind of does, but it's not that important. You can kind of build a character however you want, given that you have a good foundation. And what I mean by that is that I'll take Monk for example. Monk, you can go strength or dex to damage. Strength, because everybody's damage is based off of strength. Dex, because in the Ninja Spy tree, you can get dex to damage. So there you have a main stat, strength or dex. For us, we're going to go strength. Monk has two very good trees. You have the Henshin Mystic, which is the quarterstaff monk tree, and you have the Shenantu, which is the light-based hand wraps monk tree, which the first build was originally based off of. So I know that I could go strength or dex to damage with a quarterstaff or hand wraps. That is your foundation. From there, we build up, but that's what I mean by having a good foundation. You don't want to make a monk that's going to be using a great sword because you can't do that. That build's not going to work. You have no foundation there. But let's go ahead and get into this build, and I will break down how I think about building a build. Let's start with my race because you guys already know that we're going to go monk. I love monk. I think it's a good starter class for people. You so I picked Asmir. I picked Asmir because they start with a higher wisdom and they don't have any negative stats. You could go half orc for the extra strength, and you would do probably a bit more damage than this build. However, the reason we went Asmir is because our damage will be good and we will have more utility through the Asmir healing, and Monk's DCs are based off of wisdom. So we'll have a better wisdom than probably the half orc would have. All right. So strength, since we're main stat 16, I probably wouldn't take a main stat lower than 16. Because we're a 28 point build, that's kind of hard to push it into that 18 range without spending too many points. So I think 16 is a good spot for a first life player that's a 28 point build to sit at for your main stat 16. Dex, the dex is kind of interchangeable. If you wanted your wisdom to be 14 and your dex to be 12, you could do that. However, I'm going to take that dex at 14 because I would rather have the reflex saves and a little bit more to my AC than I will with the wisdom. And I'll explain why when we get to wisdom. Con, as a first life player with not really any items, with no tomes, I would not take your con below 16. You're not going to have a whole lot of hit points, and I think having a base 16 con is very good. I would not go 14, 12. I would keep it at 16 minimum. Intel, monks don't need intel, so we're going to keep that at 8. Wisdom, 12. Like I said, dex and wisdom are kind of interchangeable on this one. If I was hand wraps and I was going strength, I would probably trade out the dex and the wisdom because we would have stuff like stunning fist and other things in the Shenantu tree that are based off of wisdom more than dex is. However, for quarterstaff, I care more about our raw damage than some of our utility attacks out of the tree, so we're going to go Dex over Wisdom. But just know that if we were doing hand wraps, I definitely would have a higher Wisdom. Okay, so let me bring you over my stat sheet or the spreadsheet that I have made up here, and we can talk about my feats. So you see here that we have Asmir, Monk, we're a 28 point build, and we just went over the starting stats. Now for the feats. Every class in DDO baseline gets a feat at 1, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18. That's one feat every 3 levels. Monks get a bonus feat at 1, at 2, and at 6. So monks will get a total of 10 feats. And I haven't put anything in here because you'll guys see that in my notes, I kind of already started this video and screwed up the recording, and we're just going to re-record it because I don't know how to edit and just bring you guys raw footage. We're not going to edit this. So this is going to be more of me thinking through my feats and where to place them. So I know that we're going a quarterstaff build. So since we're going a quarterstaff build, I know that we need two-handed fighting, improved two-handed fighting, greater two-handed fighting, improve crit bludgeoning. Swords to plowshare is what I think that feat is called. It's just more crit chance. So crit range to quarterstaffs. And then since this is a strength build, we will also be taking power attack. I believe that's 6 feats. So we have 4 more to play with, and I'm really kind of unsure what other 4 feats to take. For that reason, we have the feats pulled up already on DDO Wiki. I was thinking, this is why you guys saw Cleaves first. I was thinking about taking Cleaves because that would put us at 8 feats, and then we could maybe take toughness and stunning blow. The reason I'm hesitant on taking the cleaves is because eventually you attack fast enough that cleaves will actually interrupt your animations. So it could potentially be a damage loss. However, I think for a first life with not a lot of attack speed essentially, and not a high base damage to where it could really matter. I think clearing things or hitting more things will actually be important. So I think we could take Cleave, Great Cleave, that put us at 8. Stunning Blow. Stunning Blow is based off of your strength. So it would be 10 plus your strength mod and whatever other kind of stunning effects or items you have on. So I think this could be good. We could take Stunning Blow. And then, like I said, toughness, because why not? Toughness is a good feat. More hit points is never bad, and we kind of don't have anything else to take. So I actually think that's what we're going to do. We will take both cleaves, stunning blow, and toughness. So let's go back to my thing here, and we have cleave and G cleave, stands for great cleave. Capitalize that L. Absolutely not. Stunning blow. And toughness. Can't type today. Toughness. So now let's figure out where we need to put these. So at level 1, we could definitely take two-handed fighting and quite possibly power attack. Power attack. Our second level feat is a bonus feat. So we will have to go back to the wiki and look at what martial arts feats we could take that we have on our list. We're not going to meet the requirements quite yet for swords to plowshare, so we can't take that yet. We're not going to take dodge. Power attack is we've already taken power attack. Stunning fist. I was hoping we could take toughness. And two, I think toughness is actually our only option here. And that's why we look at the feats. Toughness. At level 3, we can take Cleave. At level 6, let me look at what we can take at level 6. Because Cleaves are not on here. Hmm. For our bonus feat at 6, I think our only option would be swords to plowshares. So let's see what the requirements for sword to plowshares are. A base attack bonus of 4. So by 6, we should definitely have that 4 base attack bonus requirement. So the next thing I want to look at is improved two-handed fighting. Requires a 17 and a 6 base attack bonus. We could definitely have the 17 because at level 4 we will get our stat increase for hitting level 4. So we will be at a 17 base there. But let's go to classes and let's go to monk. And on the side here, you can see what our base attack bonus will be. So at level 6, we will have a 4. A 4. So I don't think we would be able to take improved at 6. Nope. Need a 6. So we can't take improved. So let's go back here. We can take stunning blow though. Or great cleave. No, no. For our bonus feat, we have to take sword to plowshare. And for our regular feat, we could take stunning blow. So then at 9, we will take great cleave. No, you know what? At 9, we will probably have enough base stack bonus to take improved two-handed fighting. Take improved two-handed fighting. At 12, we will take great cleave. At 15, we'll take improve crit bludgeoning. And at 18, we will take greater two-handed fighting. Nope. Greater two-handed fighting. Two-handed fighting. Man. All right. So that is what the feat line is going to look like. I've kind of talked through why we're going to take that. At 15, we will take improve crit bludgeoning because I care more about that threat range than I do about greater two-handed fighting. That can wait till 18. However, those are absolutely interchangeable. You could take greater two-handed fighting before improved crit bludgeoning. Either way, that's fine. Why didn't you guys tell me that G cleave was messed up? That looks better. Okay, so we have two-handed fighting, power attack, toughness, cleave, stunning blow, swords, plowshare, improved, great cleave, improved crit bludgeoning, and greater two-handed fighting. I actually think that looks pretty good. So for this one, unlike the other one, we have no stat requirements that we need to hit other than strength, and we are a strength build. So every 4 levels at 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20, we will go ahead and put all of those stat points into strength, which should get us to a base 20 strength at the end. I'm not going to put that in there. And yeah, that's actually the build. That was me going through creating the build from start to finish, my thoughts on, how I wanted to build it, why we're doing the things that we're doing. We're going to be mostly in the Henshin Mystic tree, which is the quarterstaff tree, and we will have some in the Asmir. just to kind of get a little bit of healing. I'll go through my trees as we're kind of playing through the build more in the actual game. So you guys see that I'll actually finish making the character now. I'll kind of talk about stats a bit. I absolutely everybody should put points into UMD. Monks need concentration. See, this is where it gets tough because you, I like diplomacy, I like bluff, haggle, and jump. Jump's important skills. So here's what we're gonna do. I'll put 2 into Diplo, 1 into Tumble so that we can tumble, and 1 into Jump. That's what we're going to do to start out with. So, what did we talk about? Two-handed fighting and power attack. For our racial feat bonus, we're going to take. You could take whatever you want, Bond of the Fallen or Bond of the Protector. Protector is going to give you more saves, and Fallen will give you more damage and reflex. Hmm. I actually think we will take the Fallen because it's going to give us more strength and more reflex. So we will be taking that. Like I said, you could go whichever one you want. We are a strength build. And like I said, traps can be deadly. So that extra reflex save will be nice. We'll take that one. And I'm just kind of going to randomize how I look here. I kind of like this one. We will name this guy Beezus Stream. There we go. Beezus Stream is created. This is a good segue into I will be streaming on Twitch. I will probably upload some videos from Twitch onto the YouTube channel, but I will also be making just YouTube videos as we proceed on to the build. My stream schedule is kind of up in the air at the moment because of work and because I won't always be playing this character. I do have a main account. I do have a main character on that account. You guys, if you come over to watch my live streams, you will definitely see that character. I'm doing a Warlock life on that character right now to get through a racial on a Dragonborn. However, we will try to play this guy a lot and give you guys more of that new player experience, from my perspective. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I really hope you guys enjoy the video. Like I said in the last one, any kind of feedback is good feedback. I always enjoy hearing from you guys. Let me know what you think about the build. If you guys want to see me do any more builds like this, I could do really any character build, not as a new player, but if you guys wanted to see a build and how I kind of work through it from my perspective, comment down below and I'll do whatever build you guys want to see. I think that would be a lot of fun. That's like I said, that's the stuff that I really enjoy doing on DDO is creating builds. So have a good day, guys.